Your opinion on today's absolutely amazing win over Widnes today?
And to be honest with you, Steve, I thought the Widnes started the game extremely well. We was all over the shop for the first 20 minutes. And they dominated possession. They was pulling us all over the place and creating a couple of our half opportunities, if you like, chances. But credit to the boys, they weathered that for the 20 minutes. They got back into the shape, and then the first bit of quality we show in the game with Rob to Alfie ends up with a great shot on goal, and then Max does what Max is doing at the minute, and he finishes superbly, and then sort of like pegs them back a little bit. We continued to grow a little bit, and then got them in at half time, and then second half I thought the display from was absolutely brilliant. Not in terms of free flowing football or a brilliant transitions of play or whatever, but the maturity levels from the lads was second to none, and that's what you said to them in there. I'm so pleased as a manager and as a management team to see your side. I can't even think of the right words to say, Steve, but they played beyond the years in the last, especially the last 15 minutes, and that's why you end up keeping clean sheets, and you end up taking the 3 points, which is so pleasing for us at this moment in time.
So one thing that's definitely been talked about recently is the recent change in formation. I was wondering whether you could just give us a slight insight into that at all. To
be honest with you, myself, Gibbo and Jack, we've been speaking about it probably about 3 or 4 weeks prior to us actually changing it, and for one reason or another we didn't decide to go with it at that time, and then we did do, and we just felt like we'd be more solid as a team. It'd help get Glenn back in, and Glenn on the left side in possession of the football. It'd help us switch play a lot more, which we think that obviously in terms of how we play is important. And I think just the solidness, I think, of the team, to be honest with you, more than anything. And the, credit to the players. Myself, Gibbo and Jack can come up with the information and the formations, but they have to go out there and they have to go and execute them formations, and every single one of them to a man over the last 7-8 games have been absolutely fantastic, and I'm really made up from it at this moment in time.
One more week done. Now on to the next week, Clitheroe. A big team who's got high hopes of at least getting playoffs. How do you think the next week's going to go?
The next two, mate, is Whitton and Clitheroe, and the two huge games. Both them teams are obviously occupied. Well, Clitheroe occupying the playoff spots, and Whitton are just below. But I'll be honest with you, Steve, for us it's just one game at a time. Whoever we play, we'll set up for, we'll prepare for, and we'll try and ensure that the lads can execute whatever game plan we come up with on that day. So we're not looking further than that. Yes, it's going to be a massive game, it's going to be a massive test, but they all are now. We've got. Sorry, someone just making me laugh behind one at spectators. We've got 7 or 8 finals to go, and I'm not being sorry, mate. I'm not being cliche when I say that. I'm just being honest. We have we found ourselves in a position this season which we shouldn't have been in. Did we warrant it? Yes, because certain performances and certain mistakes at moments have cost us. But the character of the group, mate, has been second to none, and they've really turned it round of late. But honestly, we've still got a long way to go and a lot of work to do.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, mate.